I've connected RapidCanvas to my CRM and pulled in two datasets, one for opportunities and one for sales. We're going to explore the sales dataset using AskAI, which provides a conversational interface. You can see the contents of the data. It's got salespeople, the date of the deals, the size of the deals, and so on. So I can start interrogating that data with a conversational interface just by asking plain text questions. The prompt and the context around the prompt is sent to an LLM through an API. We get back code that generates the answer. So in this case, we asked for the top salesperson. We didn't qualify the metric by which we're measuring the top salesperson, and we let the LLM decide for us. And it chose the most probable thing, which was revenue. We could qualify that and ask for the number of deals or any other metric that's in the data. We can also ask for charts to be presented. So in this case, revenue by sales rep. And that chart can get put back to the canvas or published to a dashboard. Again, it's done by sending the prompt to the API, get code back, and you can look at the code. The code runs locally against your data and prints the result on the AskAI interface, saving it to the canvas and other places. What I'm going to do now is go and alter the data and add another Maria. So before we got one Maria and we can ask questions about that salesperson. So I'm going to just change Brian's data using again a textual prompt, generate code, run the code against the data. It will produce a new data set that I can save to the canvas. So I'm asking to replace Brian Turner with Maria Smith. I get a new data set. I can add it to the recipe and save it. I can explore the code, and I can now start asking other questions of the data to see how the LLM will handle a second Maria. So how much did Maria sell? And the answer remains Maria Garcia. So it's keeping the context of the previous prompts if I don't give it any more information. If I qualify it, as I'll do now, and ask for all the other Marias, it'll give me an appropriate answer. The takeaway here really is the answers are as good as your questions. If you don't like the answer, try your question again. Pretty straightforward. Now I'm going to add a second data set, the opportunities data set. And we're going to use AskAI to join the two data sets, preparing it for a machine learning algorithm. We're going to create a binary classifier on it. So I have the two data sets in the prompt. I select to give the left hand side there. And I can now ask, firstly I want to ensure the date ranges are covered so that they match the same period. Actually, if I went on to build the model, you'd find that the date range is quite important. I need to have the opportunities aligned with the sales period when those opportunities actually close. So old ones that don't close and new ones that haven't closed yet skew my results. So you can see I can just run, give me the date range. I don't have to pick columns. I don't have to be very careful with that. It just tells me the oldest and the earliest. I've got to watch if I've got birth dates in there because they can go back a little longer. Okay, so they look okay to me for this pass, but I can iterate quickly, go and remove and adjust the dates as needed. So what I want to be able to do is join them. I've got sales order number and opportunity number in each of the two data sets. The numeric part is the same, but the output looks potentially different, right? The prefix is different. So what I'm going to do is take the numeric part as the joining key, create a new column, setting it to true if the deal actually closed and became a sales order. And again, the LLM will figure out how to do that, how the join works, add the column, figure out that if it's not true, then it's likely to be false and put false in, and give me a data set that's ready to go and build the model. Again, the data set is, the code is run locally on the data, a new data set is created in the pipeline. I can save it to the canvas, and I can put new data through that pipeline, train on larger data sets, train on newer data sets. So if I scroll right, you'll see I've got true and false. Okay, so I'll save that and I'll start building a model. But this was a quick video just to walk through how we interact with the LLM at the back end and how you can use it to interrogate your data and what context it will pass in and remember based from prompt to prompt, that you can get the code back and reuse the code. And if the question doesn't give you exactly what you want, you can refine it and add context in the prompt itself. So I saved the data, I've run this recipe, I go back to the canvas, you can see the new data set is present on the canvas in the pipeline. I can go build an AI assisted recipe or a rapid model recipe. In this case I'm going to take that data set, choose a binary classification problem. The target is the closed field I just added, and save it and run it. Okay, you could see the output and the model validation, all of that in other videos. Really, this was just an AskAI session. So thanks for your time, and any questions, please shout.